Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-6221. Containment Class Safe, Disruption Class Dark, and Risk Class Notice. Special Containment Procedures. All instances of SCP-6221 are to be contained at the sites at which they were delivered. Digitization efforts are underway. Due to the fact that SCP-6221's anomalous effects are only visible during November and December, testing is only to take place during these months. Foundation personnel who are inadvertently exposed to SCP-6221 are to undergo quarantine until December 26th and avoid the following stimuli: Christmas-related media, music, movies, animation, novels. Christmas-related clothing, stockings, Santa hats, and winter clothes. Christmas decorations. Snow. Food and drink associated with the holidays such as eggnog and sugar cookies. The concept of giving or receiving gifts. Description: SCP-6221 refers to a collection of films, television programs, animations, and a single music album that, as of writing, comprises at least 24 distinct pieces of media. All SCP-6221 instances are styled as Christmas or holiday-centric media, but rather than having typical morals or themes that are expected from this form of media, i.e. affirmations of the Christian faith, the virtues of charity, and the power of a child's belief, the content is highly subversive, and in the case of animated media, inappropriate for the alleged target demographic of children due to the presence of violence. Each SCP-6221 instance was delivered to various Foundation sites across the Northern Hemisphere in December of 2021. Each of them was accompanied by an identical note.
Dear SCP Foundation, we here at the Candid Need Technical Media know that it's been a very difficult couple years, but have no fear. We're here to bring Christmas cheer all over the world, starting with you. Since you've shown such a vested interest in our product line, we've elected to give you 24, yes, that's right, 24 brand new Christmas classics, free of charge. It's like your own advent calendar. Thing is, we can't get more than one package past your perimeters without them being shut down, so we're delivering them across the globe. Worry not, we're ensuring the content is appropriate for your region. Merry mother***ing Christmas. This message has been brought to you by the Candid Need Technical Media for a better tomorrow.
Each note had an embedded cognitohazard that caused individuals who read it to hear the note as if it were read in the voice of American comedian and actor Jeff Dunham. The intent behind this is unclear. A list of selected SCP-6221 instances is included below. Addendum: SCP-6221 instances. SCP-6221-01 is a near-mint VHS tape, including an original hard plastic case with illustrations of various characters created by Charles M. Schulz. The art depicts these characters holding torches, pitchforks, hammers, and sickles under a title that reads, "Eat the Rich, Charlie Brown." The special is styled after the typical Peanuts holiday specials, and featuring the vast majority of the Peanuts gang as they attempt to instigate a socialist revolution by raiding and destroying a department store on Christmas Day. The events of this special takes place directly after the ending of A Charlie Brown Christmas, and the aluminum trees that made up a minor plot point are used by Snoopy to demolish the front of the department store, allowing the characters to break in. At one point, an adult human is seen, a severe oddity for a Peanuts cartoon. This individual is identified as the owner of the store, Mr. Manybucks, spelling unclear. The cast proceed to graphically bludgeon him to death as he protests the destruction of his store and the loss of his Christmas-time profits. Point of delivery: Urban Site 58, San Francisco, California. This is the closest major Foundation site to Charles M. Schulz' place of burial. Effects: viewers are more reticent to the concept of shopping for Christmas, Furthermore, repeat viewings lead to a desire to seek out and attack individuals whose net worth exceeds $10 million. These largely fade within a week of viewing. SCP-6221-02 is a DVD with a photograph of person of interest 8832, Diego Marquez, on the front of the case, entitled "A Very Special Holiday Message from the Second Haptic Assembly." The video shows aberrations consistent with a low-quality transfer from a VHS tape to a DVD, and depicts person of interest 8832 delivering a sermon themed around the celebration of a winter holiday whose name is indistinguishable, as there is an audio glitch each time it is spoken. An excerpt is below.
Friends, now is the time of year where it gets colder and darker every day. Now is the day to come into the embrace of hundreds of hands that make up the assembly. Every year on we come together and celebrate by coming together and thanking the many-handed ones for holding up the stars and moon. We also rejoice by drinking the blood of the Oakard family, the bastards that killed my father. Now, since there's no direct lineage, we have to resort to members of parliament, or even prime ministers. Thankfully, the Prime Minister is our best source for that, and God knows he's not running out anytime soon. Fat bastard.
Point of delivery: Site 91 in York, England, in the former headquarters of Agent Rebecca Douglas. Effect: individuals who view SCP-6221-2 more easily comprehend the events of Operation Hecaton Curies than individuals who do not. As such, Site 91 is currently considering its use as a tool in briefing archivists on the subject. SCP-6221-07 is a Blu-ray anniversary release of the film Die Hard, with the title changed to "We Get It, Die Hard is a Christmas film, You're Not Clever." The plot of the film is identical to Die Hard, but there are several alterations to the cast, soundtrack, costuming, and props. John McClane is anachronistically portrayed by Macaulay Culkin, who appears to be in his 30s. Culkin would have been 7 years old when production commenced in November 1987. In addition, several parts of the soundtrack have been replaced with hard rock covers of Christmas songs. For example, during a fight between McClane and Hans Gruber partway through the film, Trans-Siberian Orchestra's version of Carol of the Bells plays. Several characters are also seen wearing archetypal Santa hats, and Gruber contemptuously bites the hand off of a gingerbread man during the scene where he is making demands to the LAPD. Point of delivery: Site 43, Lake Huron, Canada. Effects: subjects who view SCP-6221-07 become anomalously intolerant to any discussions of classification, to the extent that arguments and even violence on one occasion have followed from discussions revolving around classification of objects or concepts. SCP-6221-10 is a 25-minute-long animated Christmas special called The Grinch Was Right to Steal Christmas, animated in the same style as the 1966 special How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The short reimagines the Grinch's attempts to ruin Christmas as a righteous crusade against the hyper-materialistic Whos in Whoville. During the encounter with Cindy Lou Who, the Grinch confesses to wanting to steal Christmas, saying that the holiday represents the worst part of the year, propped up by hypocrites that preach charity and goodwill while lining their pockets with toy and candy sales. The Grinch succeeds in destroying the presents by tossing them out Mount Crumpet, and the Whos are shown to be better off without Christmas in their lives. Place of delivery: Site 87, Sloth's Pit, Wisconsin. Effects: viewers of SCP-6221-10 will attempt to non-violently sabotage Christmas-related events such as gift exchanges and Christmas parties. Site 87's Secret Santa assignments were posted to its SkipNet public message board the day after assignments were sent out, necessitating a reshuffling of names. SCP-6221-12 is a mildly degraded VHS tape, delivered in a generic brown case with a sticker on the spine indicating that it was once property of the Bentonville Public Library. Titled Grandma Got Run Over by a Walmart Truck, the film mimics the animation, character design, voice acting, and plot from the 2000 Christmas movie, Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Instead of being hit by Santa Claus's sleigh, the character of Grandma Spankenheimer is hit and killed by a Walmart truck driver who is high on amphetamines. The driver is instructed by the company to dispose of the body. The film then follows Jake Spankenheimer and Santa Claus's attempts to prove grievous wrongdoing by Walmart and claim justice for the deceased Grandma Spankenheimer. As in the original film, the last act is a courtroom drama. Point of delivery: Site 118 in Arkansas, United States. Effects: inconsistent. 30% of viewers have expressed a desire to burn down the nearest Walmart, and 60% began formulating ideas to disrupt the Walmart supply chain. The final 10% expressed a desire to somehow desecrate the grave of Sam Walton. SCP-622115 is a CD album entitled All I Want for Christmas Is Forever. The first track on the album is Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. All subsequent tracks are allegedly covers of the same song. An unknown number of tracks exist on SCP-622115, with notable instances including Track 39, which appears to be sung in an unknown language similar to Attic Greek, speculated to be Minoan. Track 102, which was entirely in Morse code and took approximately 16 minutes to play. Track 222, which instead is a rendition of Tom Jones' It's Not Unusual. Track 223 immediately following this is the original All I Want for Christmas Is You. Tracks 302 to 417, which are all spoken word renditions of All I Want for Christmas Is You in various languages, each by a new speaker. Track 418, which is a 27-hour-long scathing critique of tracks 302 through 417. SCP-622115 cannot be removed from the device playing it unless the device is damaged in some form, as it fuses the CD drive shut. SCP-622115 is incapable of being damaged during the removal process, but has been scratched during handling following its removal. Point of delivery: Site 16, current base of operations for Mobile Task Force Ada-11, Savage Beasts, which specializes in containment of musical anomalies. Effects: Playback of SCP-622115 results in listeners experiencing nausea when in proximity to devices playing Christmas music, and projectile vomiting when a non-anomalous version of All I Want for Christmas Is You plays. Following this gastric event, listeners will attempt to destroy all speakers playing the song in their proximity. SCP-622120 is a Blu-ray disc delivered in an unlabeled case. Written on the disc with permanent marker were the words, "Stock Hallmark Christmas Film, number 29123. The plot depicts a white male pursuing a romantic relationship with a white female who is a single mother during the Christmas season. Actors portraying all characters and the names of the characters themselves change from scene to scene, even shot to shot. No identifiable actors have been found in the films, barring an inexplicable cameo from Julia Louis-Dreyfus as the owner of a bed and breakfast and general store the characters stay in at the second act of the film. Point of delivery: Site 79, which is notable for studying anomalies related to dreams and the Wanneroi Collective. Effects: No individual has successfully watched SCP-622120 to completion. It is an intense soporific which causes individuals to fall asleep when viewing or documenting it. This description was written over the course of 2 days by 3 different individuals, due to the personnel documenting it experiencing periods of abrupt sleep while writing. SCP-622121 is a Betamax tape with the title The Night Santa Went Crazy, crudely written in black permanent marker. It is an exploitation film with a copyright date of 1973. Despite this, the film is attributed as being based on the Weird Al Yankovic song of the same name, which was released in 1996. The film closely follows the plotline of the song. On Christmas Eve, Santa attacks the elves in his workshop in a drunken rage, holding them hostage, and murders the majority of his reindeer. The film follows the later extra gory version of the song, where Santa Claus is shot dead by SWAT. Place of delivery: Area 9, Duckwater, Nevada. Effects: SCP-6221-21 causes an intense distrust, bordering on phobia of Santa Claus. When confronted with images of Santa Claus or an individual dressed up as Santa Claus, they will attempt to flee, and if they are unable to, they will attempt to violently subdue such individuals. Jokingly referring to this phenomenon as claustrophobia within the presence of viewers of SCP-6221-21 has resulted in 5 concussions, 4 broken fingers, 3 bloody noses, 2 chipped teeth, and a single broken knee. SCP-6221-24 is a VHS tape in a heavily degraded cardboard sleeve. The only title, Rudolph the Red-State Reindeer, is legible. SCP-6221-24 is animated in a style typical of Rankin Bass Claymation Productions. However, Rudolph is bipedal throughout the film. The plot concerns Rudolph coming to believe that Christmas is falling out of favor and launching a political campaign in an effort to fight against the War on Christmas. While mostly disregarded, he finds favor in Florida, where he runs for governor on a pro-Christmas platform, sweeping the election. Rudolph expects to create a Christmas wonderland in Florida, but instead finds himself mired in politics, as his voters believe that his pro-Christmas platform followed a Christian theocratic ideology, and he is unable to walk back from it. Over the course of the film, Rudolph passes more and more extreme policies, forbidding the celebration of any holidays in December other than Christmas and the New Year, forcing women to wear Christmas sweaters year-round, and dismantling Florida's healthcare system. This final action is what causes Rudolph's friend, Hermie the Elf, to run against him as a Democratic challenger in the next election. A year after Rudolph has renamed Florida to Christmasland and has declared Miami, Tampa, and the Florida Keys as naughty list zones, implied to be large internment camps. Due to his rising popularity, Hermie is assassinated by Clarice, Rudolph's love interest. This act causes an outpouring of support for Frosty the Snowman, who had been the candidate for lieutenant governor. Despite widespread gerrymandering and an attempt to shut down polling places using Christmasland's National Guard, Frosty is elected governor of Christmasland and systematically undoes all of Rudolph's changes to Florida. Rudolph is said to be permanently on the naughty list in a narration by Santa Claus at the end of the film. Point of delivery: Regional Headquarters 352, Gulf Coast of Florida. Effects: SCP-6221-24 uses a parody of the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer poem over the closing credits. However, attempting to transcribe it has led to all of the text being changed to the phrase "lyrics copyright Vikander Need, suckers," repeated ad nauseum. Viewers repeat this song and other songs with similar parodic content when exposed to images of Rankin Bass characters. This effect fades on December 26th. This concludes today's lecture. Thank you all for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Ho ho ho! Okay, I know. Goodbye. I would like to give a special thank you to Zargaran, Big Sip, Oh Crop Guy, James Saba, Irish Wristwatch, Lost Boy, Segnar, Your Local Foundation Agent, Zazapan, Worthy Fire, Cupster, Dean Dingus, That Loser, Braided Peach, Rowan O'Brien, Kegnak, Mr. Dutchak, Oscurovision, Grimnir, Extra Moments 123, and Swift Raw. If you would like a special thank you at the end of each of my videos, and some other cool stuff as well, visit patreon.com/TheVulgan. Thank you.